ni ane ya sha me se me mokro no me ya mfa kro no antete me ntimi nso nkobọ kro no ngu me papa apostle Dr. Safo eni me Christ Safofo enim tia anase ngu o mani mu ase ntime ma anye nti wa anye dia umwa me mokro no dia ene kwan ye befa so awusu ye begu anim ase ne yi wa free mu no na MPP ni obi na de me ba mu me papa na so me nsade me ko president Kufo office se me be yi wa ye procurement law me de na brew nti anya mo na mo be yi ma fi mu school feeding president Kufo de adwen papa na de be school feeding no afi na akoda ni place a obi a person e ho no odidie nti mu Ghana fon kola nkiti ye ko public school yi hwe kola yi school tantade e so mo kurasifo e obi kura nhye mpaboa hwe duane e no amomo na o ka che ni se kitwa na ye de man no so no me ko jigu sika no na minni na abofra no cheso beri na be ye na ye no mo na anwan pondi fro ye nka ho na mo na so na nutritional value be no benya wa aduane no
so ansama Josafo ekan senka Ghana ye serious country me senka free radio station wa na police for peke no
good
the very moment ananu see ya na senka police for fan na fe oboa for investigations na ye hwan na samre no because Alaska wonye parliamentarian now to parliament about it's a very serious constitutional crime against the republic.
Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV there o say dem yopo
Ivan Innocent J Ede Ensembe atudwa efa eye adwasafo ensema ode betudwa e wo social media ya na wa say se wontimi mbo kro no a MPP ebe label as an evil na omo apamo Afri party nim ano enam so e ma no free Ghana ekotena abrotre ene afenso no eye aba yekoto e wo parliament efa 11 ho ya obi ekotena mu e ma adwasafo ya ensem no betudwa e wo social media ebi si e adwasafo ebi si enye adwasafo Ivan Innocent J achena dwen a wo se Ghana eye a serious country anka day na odisa ensem no etodwa e wo radio station na ewiye no enka was a police for ekofano na olidi eye investigation se na be ya o metimi ehu ni bakra obetena parliament ho eto aba in the name of anasa impersonate eye adwasafo na Ivan Innocent J etwa nensam so no o say the sole purpose of government and say the development ebe bre eye every country ene afenso no Oma amanfo a omote Ghana muno na your government has been pretended to build country and as the previous government was pretending to build a Ghana. Name they were rather building individuals. Now your political system is building and nurturing criminals. And same way ne ensema hudo bi na Ivan Innocent J edetudwa abra oche na adwen afa ensema adwasafo edebetudwa some few days back. Me pese obeka me ho na yakotie ensem no enchiremu. Subscribe to channel no bell notification no na share ma afofro ensa enkabi. Wadu enchiremu no aden entina eya adwasafo amekasa abra na tension ekoso ya obia ebisa se eya adwasafo ene kotena parliament eto aba ebise enye onwa afenso ne video bi a ebe circulate ye e wo social media ya na osa wo TikTok Ivan Innocent J labeled as say enye appropriate at that time say anka ode sa video no ebe ba betodwa kame ho na yentie ensema Ivan ekan
Ebien sema edaba masori se adwasafo se 11 no twene ufi mu wanto aba wamampo. So the question is hina and at that time na you see 138 MPs abeto aba no obe representing adwasafo 80 million defamation damages against Kennedy Japan by US Superior Court to Anas. Ivan Atanase we mama de so be journey in live on Facebook. Ivan akwaba
Alaska major so
na boko there
na me adom
Ghana te saying
say you na egum
o man no kwase Ivan
mine na yegum no you're just watching how things will play out.
Okay.
And I'm like I said, post elections, people have expectations.
Right.
And I'm for how Nehemiah will play out. And a whole lot of activity. So we're just watching how things will play out. People have hopes though, because And I'm culture, whenever there is a change of government like this, now expectations are quite high. You understand? People are looking forward to some of the measures that are binding just to turn the business environment around. So in Yenru just few days within. So we're just working at the policy. The last time I know about the budget. With the implementation of the budget, and I think most of the major concerns in Ghana for one, the budget was able to at least address many of the issues. And from here going, Alaska, I just hope things will continue to play out where a bit me solve the problems that Ghana because problem the challenges there, trust me, will be as a mind. Because over the years, we've been pretending we are building a country, but instead we've been building individuals. We've been building criminals. The political system has been nurturing and building criminals. I think the soul and the core purpose of establishing this whole government now, the focus on the same taking care of the needy, taking care of the social, political, and the economic needs of the people. Not nipa adi my catch the whole essence of governance is to ensure say nipa bedi. So at any point in time, if you sit down and you do all the variations, you do all the analysis, and you realize the particular government and serve that interest, you should know say what you have instituted in your government.
Crime scene, Ponzi scheme. Ivan Cheno said now telling Ghana. Ivan, and yes, a dual match on Adoa, which I know say you not speak about it. But Adoa for say, Osha school feeding. Yeah, nana the song called audit. Or the audit in the to jar, can people would get less than 38%. Afenyo ebajo yenti ne kakrati we mami
ni ane ya sha me se me mokro no me ya mfa kro no antete me ntimi nso nkobọ kro no ngu me papa apostle Dr. Safo eni me Christ Safo enim tia anase ngu o mani mu ase ntime maanye nti wa anye dia ommoa me mokro no dia eni kwan ye befa so awusu ye begu anim ase ne yi wa free mu no na MPP ni obi na de me ba mu me papa na so me nsade me ko president Kufuor office se me be wa ye procurement law me de na brew Tianyamo and I'm obeying my film. School feeding President Kufuor the admin papa na be a school feeding. No. I feel na Dani place that will be a person I want to DDA. Timu Ghana phone kolan kitty year ko public school yi. Hwe kolai school tata de so mo. Kurasif we you be kura nsem paboa. Hwe duane aye no amomo. Na o ka che ni seketwa na ye de man no so no. Me ko jigu sika no na me ni na abofra no. Jeso beri na be ye na na. Ye no mo na anwan pondim. Fra ye nka we na mo na so. Na nutritional value ben obenya wa aduane
92.3. Ivan, also one or recruiting home from a e-levy. 2, school feeding owns a chrono. Nanado catches on call audit no the buy no. On the backlash and another so one sumano. No uncle the report in the bar at to jar. Again people get less than almost 38%. Na and I'm no so tipo no fee Ghana. Because I got no my muha or becan the answers oka. Yanko.
Alaska, my mencha not mencha what's here for. Adoa Safo very often I don't dwell on my analysis on individuals.
That is anything I'm going
yes, but I think I have my team watch excerpts of some of the videos that are trending on social media.
Good.
She's a very beautiful woman.
No, they have
good. And then according to we was there, so you about degree in as for Benyabi at the actually. Alaska said beneath all that she's doing in the political arena, no, there is one thing that is very alarming: lack of maturity.
92.3. Lack of on her part.
Yes.
Okay.
She's not, even though Wanyini, but she doesn't appear to me like a very mature mind.
To you?
Oh yes.
Okay.
On your mature mind. As in any serious country, you consider for political appointment in Pope.
Oh really?
Oh yes. Because I would see no seminar or kana this on seriousness I was show no she thinks a privilege will be okay tape na our boy in a major so analysis na mayor was in the papa na son and sad the corporate president Kufuor ko catch and me ba we were procurement in the fano That's how many people know Papa Betty so almost don't matter president. So you see, when that green ticket is given to you, I know the day you were not poached because say Mary what demonstrated something somewhere and will be a
like you merit it.
Now because of connection, the influential way you free banting will be so on side corporate. Nanka obi timi so obi sa obi e so obi answer na ko president say me ban ni na fanisi ba bia so last kan kan nyina ko obi ante ha o enti Afenyo-Markin ase why oye nema bi a oye
Okay.
Afenyo-Markin ase because Alaska it got to a time there was tension in this country. This woman sought permission and as a sought permission from parliament according to whether or siki and as one siki menunim kwatena US and bayare and all channel for several months. No macro must say MPP a party womb sorry so umbe free ho because we breachy whole lot of constitutional way. At the time speaker and then as for rose to the occasion and defended her life. You know, anything can happen. Or bayare, yes, as a mother you should be there for your child and as a phone. But Alaska, amidst of those speculations, na Ghana for Bisa question, you saw that woman on TikTok dancing. Nema Oyana is so nasty, so humiliating, and so disgusting to the stand. Say, this is a member of parliament at the time. Even party a woman no cry, no numbers in a tie neck in parliament. I said, "O person nipa as sympathizing with you. You look at the conditions prevailing back home. Now they are your name, and now say, in not appealing to minds, you don't show that particular part on social media as if we include. That is what I'm telling you about the lack of maturity on her part. And then you know, Basinko, Edidim, and Omokoto Aba, or the Lucy or the Bay, Alaska, and now about one thing, or your new Zacchaeus in town, or children say much man for the question they say, or Chimia Dane.
Okay.
Alaska. Issues now can be the final 111. What?
Now, Adoa Safo Kasano or the Assembly at Udra. The first time Ivan Innocent J. Etakoye. Efa a issue na efa a levy. Yeah, obi Cottenham or Parliament. Yeah, news of the two that say Adoa Safo was impersonated. Adoa Safo was impersonated. The NPP side, ever say Adoa Safo. The NDC side, was also saying say Adoa Safo. Emma Okudeto a blackwa ever cast at the right time, Nipana Obetinam Emma Adoa Safo. And I said say Adoa Safo and Casano. No creno ebedadi na enia anase ensema Adoa Safo kano etrese she was really impersonated obi ena ebetenamu eto aba emano anase ebe representing as Adoa Safo na this Ivan Innocent J ewo ensembi ekafa ho na utie ensembi bia how they were doing.
There were rumors out there say an external person etimi ko wura parliament ekotena konwa so de ade kata na ni koto aba e ma manfo ka say Adoa Safo sa mre na sa nsem no koso no this lady could not come out and say anything.
That's right.
At the time that particular confession was needed. Okuja to ba bontin be ka say time will come they will bring the person out in Safo be sin there obi anya hu ni bakro. Parliament up to now ain't any update about that particular thing.
Exactly.
We live in a country where people in parliament admonish is a Ghana for respect to because this is the August house. Alaska, if that particular house can breed criminals, if the parliament, but the lady say somebody sat in and voted for her. So that act is a criminality.
Good.
Then it means a parliament it's not criminality.
Exactly.
And the same house will ask me no say a August house honorable acts you respect you. So and some Adoa Safo can senka Ghana is serious country. Me senka free radio station one and police for Pekino.
Good.
The very moment I no see ya na senka police for fan. Na fe oboa for investigations. Na ye hwan na sa amre no. Because Alaska won't parliamentarian now to parliament about it's a very serious constitutional crime against the republic. And Parliament.
Now, do you think say Sama Ivan Innocent J Ekano like what you trying to say? Efa and Sama Ivan Innocent J Ekano. Yeah, what I say, Senka Ghana a serious nation and ka Adoa Safo a granted interview no a na OPF radio station kono and there was a police for a pekin now only the investigations. For what you try a comment section.
And Parliament must take vested interest. Said the Obiko Jina social media Kasatia Parliamenta. Yet me train up was so enche ye Oliver dear. Na and never told just say, Sa Obia on your parliamentarian, Obia yan to Abama, no Timiko Parliament, Kotuaba, a man account officially. Parliament is quiet.
Was number 3.
He is quiet. Nobody has issued any statement. Police for why Obia Nyan can share regarding this matter. So it means that those criminal activities, have been going on within the Parliament House. Maybe as some American, maybe not insist the American say the gravity of the situation. Yeah, can say because when I scan through the media and I meet discussions, a man for seeking to praise Adoa Safo moments who are babontia all can all can. For political expediency, you might be happy. Oh, in some all kind of year because said the other side. But Alaska, it goes beyond just that.
No, indictment on her.
On integrity, the crowd is 0 on her. But some culture says she's not a mature mind. So that one, you can pardon her. Now, be on your mature day. How do you expect her to integrity from her? Because they all can not really say or say Obi or go be any man say. But the political career now I end no. Because after somewhere okay, I'm not sure say she will ever be considered for any appointment anywhere in this history unless they be a party currently serious. And as a the all year as in the Nijin and run a meeting or joy. I sent to be all kind of really free no. This girl is funny, Alaska. I sent it in the really free no one order and number just say it's so funny. Alaska, this is Obias and Timmy and the dad just said Nemana Cosono. She doesn't even attach any seriousness to what is happening. And to me, that's my concern. So, as I'm now can a Yadrian will water parliament to sue, and almost they need to prove to us that indeed that day, no, because the speculations were out there. A man for Kanye say, lady now to honor, and ya just and no about one kind of crash, and no.
That's right.
And who on that day went to parliament to cast the vote? These are things Ghanaians should be interested. And Parliament should not expect me no how to ask them immediately as no air go social because it is the integrity of the house and I let the nice expose you and she's not lying. It is true. And again,
something which you and I
can't want them on this particular platform.
Now, Ivan Innocent J, analysis about Sema Adoa Safo Eretoja, Efa Obi. Impersonating in parliament or sign Kasafa a school feeding program. Na yeti nesem.
And again, Alaska, another thing. Your friend is saying school feeding in Asafonum. And some now all canon, twofold. One, the blame a bit me blame say. I didn't see nothing I will become one. But as some now all can also fed and a detail in someone in the past how corruption is so endemic and so pervasive in the Akufo-Addo government. And I can't one. Because as some now all can I say President man kwan so nkoye investigation. Na investigation no ba bontia or the common president don wan kasa kra yire maaye. E ma no the day no within the MPP, they hated her. And that acrimony now, that particular thing, a generated within the party, no. And then enam so ma, yes, sponsor market, okay, money be two, no.
That's right.
Enam so and what get it out of parliament. So ne anger no estem me from that particular place. And then what get emotional, all can't answer way. Or ye nipa, I can't begrudge her, say obetche na job, I can't answer way. But that's can some now all can also further no expose. How and corruption is so entrenched, and why Akufo-Addo was hell-bent defending people he deemed loyal to him. Because school feed, I say woman never catch it and say at some point, among ghost names in Shishim, a central region here, or some would ghost names Shema, Obeja sika bebre.
Also catch us what would that?
Yes, and for her, I know very well say she would not assent to those things. And Alaska, the question is say, sa nneema na ekoso no nyina no, why now? Integrity is key. Unless you think that you are speaking to gullible minds, now that the storm, everything is over, the government is out of power, no? There are people who when Tiba can say, I'm better take you serious, but there are some of us who will see you as a joke. Because where it needed most to know. One can't want some say or say journalists in the why now? I say that Yenjinan can moon to think Alaska.
But don't you think, sir, as an actor, you need to side with her? Because assuming, sir, now I work with Ahuto FM.
Okay.
It should be about her.
Yes, sir.
I'm still with Ahuto FM.
Yes.
My signing a oath of secrecy. Okay. So as at this time, Mr. Susu said, "Enti,
I meant for so Alaska."
Okay.
So we study law of contractor. Yeah, there your Friday be fraud.
That's right.
Whenever entire contract is packaged and premised on fraud, once fraud is identified, it vitiates the entire contract.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, wherever criminality beckons, such things doesn't come in. For instance, when a hotel for sign confidentiality letter, whatever, then what have beyond media, no, sana mo tongue cocaine we was here. Uru says it's a criminal matter.
Okay.
You need to report to the police.
But I want to protect the reputation.
No. It means you are a criminal and you are condoning criminality.
I side with you.
Because these are contentious criminal issues. I can't have them. In some now just work and you could see the emotions. Or say Adriana or Munuaman Crano. Would you obey your kwashoko?
Yeah.
You know, crowded or Munya kwashoko, crowded or Muya because of those bad food. And crowded or future say. And so you keep him quiet over this.
And you kept quiet over it at that time.
People have suffered. Do you know in silence? Do you know the number of people who died as a result of that?
So it means if you had won your seats, you would have kept quiet.
Exactly. Look. So the principle is not there. That is what I'm saying. Say in governance, in leadership, in politics, yes. Loyalties to institutions, loyalties to political parties, in as if you know Alaska, they are there, but there are limits. Whenever remitted to arena of criminality, not that criminality, no, our consequential impact on a number of people are for the sake of greater good, you don't shut up. So we now sans we now about Bekasa. And America there are those on the political arena who will cheer you, but the harm has already been done, and no serious mind will take you serious.
Now, Ivan Innocent J, no reaction ever a year and summer Adoa Safo edituja about school feeding programmer. Now, omo person or they go slave a shema 1 year. Or check the situation that say, who are institution bimu, you sign an agreement of confidentiality. Name say Adiana omo yano will affect the masses and answer the majority of the masses. You don't keep quiet and support the criminality and come out at your own pace and then you talk about say this was going on and I didn't do this and I didn't do that.
Because I am no kind a babon thing that now let's go with a from Pom Watting Quanya Adoa Safo fast from Pom Watting for the same coin so already a president quan a man of coin sir Quanaquaya Galam say
a report investigation of Abraham. Okoye the buyer
President Tanaso for almost bare way. Alaska. In some course who I am man, no. Yanibay, so he was in the media granting interview telling people what has happened.
Good.
And can who be some discussions across within all this stop galamse we are there course no was triggered mostly as a result of that particular from Pom what in the exposure na course no. Martin Amidu. Similar thing happened. Your friend's a special prosecutor. When who in some, you see a man, you say a band seven my back and forth. He left the post. So Alaska, the Ubenya didn't the position of where I walk and this anka Adoa Safo we ne seat in call parliament. Do you think she'll be out there going on this emotional tantrum away? I think you see, sometimes we get emotional over some of these things. We just have to be tough and address some of these issues. And to me, the honor my no, I see some kind of a comic relief, on social media.
Oh, really?
Oh, when I'm for granting the platform because me, I don't see her as a serious person, as a matured mind that anybody should take serious. And some now all kind of fine a detail. Quite not corruption, so endemic. Now that's can some all can say reports. I have a more typical example with Professor Frimpong Boateng case. What happened? And cases of abine, concealing crimes and the Akufo-Addo was quite widespread. And the Kahona abine na we now the Benya the Munyano in the elections. When a Ghana for aware. And Alaska, main country Ghana for so you see. So would it to me send the pansa? We need to look out for critical minds. Individuals are more the intellectual.
And so that comes to say you have to me shall quasi answer.
And Alaska to me shall quasi answer. And I say, why you know what to us down? Whenever you arm a fool with power, I want cast away you know what to us down. Because no nativities betting you any time. So we should be very mindful. Come in who had the platform here say elections have consequences.
Yeah.
Yes, it has. Alaska, because the other two about man and Neno. On the determine future or China.
That's right.
And if we end up voting for unserious minds, at the time I will hear more, you need government to come to your aid, These are some of the and now me say Afenyo-Markin's original parliament or say for confidentiality case issue, they need hospital, they need a new chamber.
Yeah.
This is a guy in Cambodia no free buy on free China and buy. He's in Ghana the last 8 years or has a when we answer who's a parliament in here new chamber. When we answer who's a parliament in here new hospital. But now he's telling the whole world say the premium, the most crucial priority Ghana should consider and say omukwa abonten kwaje care eya confidentiality who he ntino yensi hospital mom na fe hospital parliament no motekwa na yemunguni yensansi for from mom.
And he was the same person who class call a retreat. Our voter region, or see because of mining Nisikanti as Yanya Parliament House.
Alaska. So I may can't wait, na machira Ghana for double standard. How? Because we've cheapened the political landscape, I'm making a lot of your friends say weak minds the opportunity to climb to the political ladder, and they are up there. Oh yes. Minds. A lot of weak minds are clamber to the political ladder and what is no sheko to do huna. Why is so a serious person, but he's a joker in a suit.
2.3.
So we have put a lot of jokers.
Now Ivan Innocent J. Edward Nsemson what to be amane a minority leader Afenyo-Markin. Yeah, or say what Ghana have for the past 8 years. Not on free Cambodia and now say on free any country biaso name one who Nyansa and raise the issue say Ghana here new chamber and I say Ghana here hospital. Now SMB Kahuna Ivan Innocent J Edituja FIA and Sema Afenyo-Markin erase ever parliament. Yet Ivan
in high positions. So where it matters the most, said they will come to our aid, These are some of the comic relief, and unfortunately, we have some people in the media who also give oxygen of publicity to some of these trivialities.
Exactly.
Because Adoa Safo Senka, men not to and can make an interview, and may just an interview no and then cover Sariako. Oh yes.
When the maybe media guy and say we MPP ni, so idea we. Don't you think it's expose our government because at the end of the day, nipa no better when ususu say ni awuye na kasa no it's like at the abanu kwa at the party no kwa no say Alaska me ye we no if you listen to the backlash and I say what
because Alaska if you are a sensible journalist
no
questions na will be sending you now nipa na what you wedim no
exactly.
And I think that your line of questioning will truncate this whole thing. But you see, I think that you prioritize it, sensationalism.
Journalism na crowd to one accommodate.
Alaska.
I just have to no kita V8.
I think that you prioritize it, sensationalism over fact and the actual your friends say news now publicly here to make informed political choices.
Right.
And it's the reason why some of these things and it's so easy to trend because people look at the political aspect. How to harness that political expediency, the political capital out of what is happening. I go for no maybe what you good anymore say you. We don't know. He's an embarrassment, embodiment of embarrassment.
Oh, no, Nguasia Dada.
I can say, Obia, Waka toilet is not toilet, and the nine bar bu, no fratum. Na, Yahina Babesi, or was it Munkro Kremias or tough man who baby? Nippon of Fia Janamuna, Yina Jina, no who baby baby. Takufa, you're good and you must say, ye. Because I don't know, he's an embarrassment. I am Nguasia Dada. So you can't embarrass him. And in some no can't, man never just a walk out with any massy. No, I'm fan. At this point, what trap here talk?
Oh, this is watching no Ogu.
No good when I say, oh, she crown fan. Alaska. So I think, sir, you see, near my costing may I just want the public.
Okay.
I am projecting your mind to happenings.
Who are 4 minutes to wrap up?
Young capture what is happening in the political arena. Now, you who say over the years, we've been dealing with a lot of comic characters.
Okay.
Because of you monetize the entire politics. And some now what can you do? Baby, or say, or never pass or a macra can who be and I see to no more winning. Na MPP for cassette and never panty this time. No, I saw a man on the register or honor. Just and some now can you know criminal issues. And some now can you know passing people from their constituency to come and register because papa sorrow. And some now can criminal issues.
Now, Marco Kwe Jr. one visit to walk da. Now, NDC Nini Bahoba tries cry. No, like we need to analyze.
No, people don't analyze this whole thing. It's just you're too good. Oh, Nibuafu, yeah, can some and Rami when the flyer be say or call radio station, Bina, or comment and I say, oh, say more. Oh, no, they're good anymore, says posting because me at this time, I don't take you serious because at the time I know Moya Dane. When some of us were out there speaking the truth, yeah, come win some no, some can same way babonti and maybe I bet you have work conversation just to keep credence to a lot of the things that we say.
Don't you think, sir? I can fall back Kasabu penny dream manti. Ebiana as at that time no. She deemed it necessary, say, none yet the right time for her.
No. Yeah, the politics na you and yeah, sorry now. Okay, big win. And I make us you see. Some of within the social context, Abusian Fia Samasi, family, Abusiansi, a church, for they are different things altogether. But Alaska, we are talking about public enterprise.
Okay.
Every single time is essential because you see, there are millions of people on future on the line, and even the future of those yet to come. Government policies do know far-reaching impact and the consequences it has. Abusia bet me akotana same way you can hire but Alaska governance is a very serious issue, okay. Especially when criminal things are going on. Issue are can say policy considerations and other issues are many issue because you have to gauge when to speak and when not to. But in some of kind of criminal issues within the time and I people are even saying the same thing.
So do you advise a boy should take her on?
Oh, I think that in some now what can obey me assist the police
in the investigation.
Yeah, in the investigation.
You know, so the open some account.
Because in some now can you know, your friends are factor. Who scoop you through? Obenya evidence I had enough to take it on because in some of our customer me or boss among committed crime within your friends are school feeding. Was here Castle Central region while Jubo wouldn't know.
So it's even advising your what by your central region. My
men on an NTS. But Nippon on your school feeding during that time, they are all alive. So it's just a matter of taking auditors. You go and audit the books. Another day, every single criminal activity where she's giving you a back trace, just go there, trace, and find out.
Okay.
So they are all, good and see all right, but also another way, providing extra information that will help us because at the time I see, nobody investigates. It's not as if the government didn't know.
Right.
I know him, what is going on. So I think some of these things, we need to follow up. And there be a mechanism. Let us prioritize putting serious minds in leadership position. Because we're not careful. Now because of your monetizing political landscape, Alaska 1 3 year, my catcher. So one day, you better sorry. We go Jubilee House na monkey neti ho.
Oh, we go Jubilee House.
Na monkey neti ho. Because we are monetizing the entire political space.
Monkey was
it's just a matter of having money.
And the monkey your president.
If you have money, you can buy people. And you see the kind of what is going on in social media. It's about money, dollar, cash, and wherever you get the money from, people don't care. It's the reason why Ghana yet hunye. And one you careful. One you careful. Now you go through this particular line and you expect that things will change. Trust me, that change will never come.
But I say, Ivan J. Innocent, as a
Any I would say ye Afan Innocent Che Nensema or they are to dra. Efa Adoa Safo ne expose ya obey fa or no kasa ne party home ya Ivan Innocent Che express both the good side and then the other side of and Sema Adoa Safo Edebetuja. Ya what just say a dent on the integrity, the political career. Now going forward no Ivan Innocent Che ehune say political party bia ni ho a ebe frɛ no amano appointment because Nsema Okano has a questions and answer is also denting her political image. Na Otua Nensem so no osan kire say yem prioritize enkofo a omoye competent and more strong minds na yem more political appointment. And yes one day yebe sorry no na monkey at Jubilee House because monkey was sika na edeno it is just a matter of what having money who sika over to me to me yade yansem no ebeso ha subscribe to channel no bell notification no na forward drink a bra comment section ho ye be share in the next video makra
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase na so far so good say open online portal e wo Ghana nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases PENDREAM TV